You think you can't make money online while working a 9 to 5 job. You don't have enough time, you don't have the skills, the knowledge, or the resources, and I'm going to show you exactly why you're wrong. See, you're thinking you have to learn something completely new, or you have to spend thousands of dollars, or maybe even buy a $1,000 course that you see on the internet just to barely get any results at the end. But here's the truth. You working a 9 to 5 job is the biggest advantage that you could possibly have in this business. You're already 5 steps ahead of everyone else in the market, but you don't even realize it yet. Times are changing and we're entering the education era where people are paying thousands of dollars just to learn a simple skill, and the people selling education are getting wealthy because of it. Take me as an example. I'm a 19-year-old making $40,000 a month selling education, buying a $100,000 car, just living a life of freedom because I realized this earlier on. Iman Gadzi, same thing. He's made over $100 million in education. Luke Belmar, Mark Tilbury, even the bald guy from Romania, they all realized this and they got on the trend early, which is why they're now getting filthy rich. But here's where you come in at a big advantage. As people are realizing how much money you can make in education, a lot of people are getting into it. But 99% of the people teaching something don't even know shit about the thing they teach themselves. They're teaching you how to make money online when they've never made money online. They're teaching you about sales when they're at sales. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't need to be a super expert at something to teach it, but you do have to be a couple steps ahead of the average person. And odds are, if you're working a 9 to 5 job, there is a skill that you use right now on a daily basis that you are better at than 95% of the people out there. And that is a gold mine and you haven't even realized it yet. And in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to identify that monetizable skill and make an absurd amount of money with it so that you can make an extra 4 to 5K a month while literally working 1 to 2 hours a day because you're working a 9 to 5 job. I'm going to show you how to take what you already know, package it, and then monetize it so you can become filthy rich just like the rest of us in this education space. Whether you're in HR, tech, sales, whatever 9 to 5 it is that you're working, I'm going to show you how to use that 9 to 5 to your advantage and achieve a life of financial freedom in this online business world that has such a bad name because of all the fucking bullshitters out there. So let's get right into my Miro board so I can break it down for you step by step. So if you're working a 9 to 5, you absolutely have to do this to make money online. You might feel stuck, right? As I said, you might feel that you're too busy. You don't have the skills, you don't have the resources. As I said, the reality is you're literally ahead of the game. You're 5 steps ahead of everyone else because you already have a skill that you've worked really hard on, but you haven't realized it yet. We're entering the education age. People pay for knowledge and you already have a digital asset. You just don't see it. And that's what this video is for right here. So you can realize what your digital asset is so you can monetize it and make a shit ton of money with it. And I was the same, right? I was sitting on one for a very long time and I didn't realize it. But once I saw it, everything changed. I went from this ugly motherfucker right here in school. I was going pro in Fortnite until like the age of 16. And then I got into this online business world. I was posting videos just like this on my phone. I started with SMA, then I got into dropshipping, and I pretty much tried everything you can possibly think of. And once I saw my digital asset, that's when everything changed. I hit my first $50,000 a month. I started traveling the world. My Instagram blew up. This is me on like a $20 million boat. I bought my first car at 19, a GT at like a $100,000 car at the age of 19, all because I realized what my digital asset was. I realized that this is pretty much the best vehicle to get into in 2025. Every single person you see on the internet makes money with their digital asset, right? All these guys who are selling you courses on dropshipping, on SMA, on trading, on crypto, on Amazon FBA, they're teaching you something they're not even doing anymore. They are making money with the course they're selling you, and that's exactly what a digital asset is. For me, I help other people do what I do. All these guys teaching you how to make money with the business model, they're lying to you because they're not making money with that model anymore. Yes, they might have made a bit of money with dropshipping, but what they do now is they're selling you a course on how to make money with dropshipping, and 99% of the revenue comes in from the course rather than the business model that they're teaching. So enough about that. Let's get into how you can realize what your digital asset is and make money with it. And it breaks down to 3 very, very simple steps. Number 1, I'm going to help you identify your monetizable skill. Then I'm going to help you build an intentional personal brand. And then from there on, it's literally monetizing and scaling to $5, $10, $20, $30,000 months. You can literally scale this up to $1 million a month, but that's going to be really, really hard. In this video, it's more of a beginner video. If you just want to have this as a side hustle and make an extra 4 to 5K a month while you're working your 9 to 5 job. Obviously, if you want to go full time with this, you can quit your 9 to 5 and scale this up to 20, 30K a month. But realistically, after 5, 7, 8K a month, you're going to need to dedicate more than 1-2 hours a day. So in this video, I'll give you the overview of each single step, like I'll break it all down. But in the future, every single week, I'm going to put out a video for each step. So next week, I'm going to put a video about identifying your skill and going really, really deep into it. Then the video after that is going to be building a personal brand. I'm going to be talking more about content, how I average 5 million views a month, how I'm making a shit ton of money through Instagram and TikTok short form content. And then step 3, monetize and scale. As I said, the next video after that will be how to monetize your following and how to make a shit ton of money with a little amount of followers. Because our goal here, even though I say build a brand, I'm not saying you're gonna go on TikTok and post some gay TikTok dances. Our goal is to get rich, not famous. I'm gonna show you how to attract your ideal customer by posting content that only attracts them. You can get 100 views and make $1,000, and you can get 1 million views and make $0. I've had that exact scenario. I've had videos on Instagram that got me 3 million views and they made me like $2,000. And I've had videos on Instagram that got 8,000 views and that made me over $40,000. So let's dive right in. Step 1, identifying your skill. The first question you have to ask yourself is, what is the skill that you already use in your 9-to-5 job? 9 out of 10 times, especially if you're a 9-to-5 worker, the skill you're going to monetize is the skill you use on a daily basis in your 9-to-5. So ask yourself these questions. What do people constantly ask you for help with? You might be working a sales job, but you might be really good at closing or objection handling, and that's where your coworkers come to you and ask questions about. So that is the skill that you're really, really good at. What feels easy to you but confusing to others? I have a friend that I know who's currently monetizing his skill, and his skill is public speaking. Even in school and university, he was always doing these presentations while everyone else was nervous, and that is literally a skill that he chose to go with, and he's making a decent amount of money with it. What results do I already get paid for at work? No matter what you're doing, if you're in HR, in marketing, you're an accountant, if you're really good with numbers and with finances and taxes, then you're getting paid for that in your 9-to-5, and 9 out of 10 times, that is the skill that you are better at than 99% of people in the world for. And I promise you, people are willing to pay for education. I've paid over $40,000 for courses, mentorships, and programs because a lot of the guys out there, including me, do not want to do it on their own. Yes, I can probably do it on my own. I can get better at sales on my own, but it's going to take me for doing that, it's going to take me 2-3 years compared to me just getting someone who's been through that journey so he can help me do it within 3-4 months to help me skip the whole learning curve. It's exactly why people hire fitness coaches. Everyone knows what they need to do to lose weight. They got to go to the gym more and they got to eat less. The reason they hire a fitness coach is for 2 things. Number 1, to skip the whole learning curve. So rather than it taking them 2 years to get in shape, it's going to take them 12 weeks. And reason number 2 is so it's guaranteed success. If they try it on their own, they might achieve it in 2-3 years, but there's also a risk there because they've never done it on their own. They don't have a proven framework to follow. Compared to hiring someone who is 10 steps ahead of you, he has a proven framework that's worked for many others, and if you follow it step by step, it's impossible for it to not to work for you. Same with fitness coaches, same with all these guys selling courses, so all these guys selling mentorships, and that's exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a proven framework, a proven system in place to help your client go from their current situation to their desired situation. But let me not jump too far ahead of myself. What is the skill you're gonna actually monetize? So constantly be asking yourself these questions. What result do you get paid for? If you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself? And that is literally your product. That's the product I went with. My first digital asset and the product I was selling was helping agency owners make money. I started with SMA. I did it for 9 months. I didn't make a single dollar because I was following exactly what all these big gurus and these big courses were telling me to do. I didn't make any money with it until I switched things up and I started doing the exact opposite of what these courses were telling me to do. And that's when my agency blew up to $10,000, $15,000 a month. And that was my whole product. Do not do what these SMA guys are telling you to do. Launch a reinvented agency. I asked myself if I could go back in time a year or 2 years when I bought that SMA course, what would I tell myself? And I would tell myself that while at the 100,000 people are saying one thing and promising the same results and doing everything the exact same, do the opposite. That's what worked for me. And if I could go back in time, that's what I would tell my younger self. That's literally what my product was, and that's how I scaled it up to $30,000, $40,000 a month. So for you, ask yourself, if you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself? Now, as I said earlier, you don't need to be a super expert. You just need to be a few steps ahead of the average person, because every single person watching this video, especially if you work a 9-to-5 job, even if you don't, if you're above the age of 16, all of you have some form of expertise. You just have to find it. You can be really good at a video game and sell guides and trainings on that. You can be really good at football or soccer if you want to call it. I literally know a guy who's making $100,000 a month because he was in a football academy and he's now helping other people get better at football and get in an academy themselves. Same for basketball, same for literally every sport you can think of. But let me stick to 9-to-5 workers for right now. You work in sales, you work in accounting, you work in IT, you work as a mechanic. That is your skill. Not everyone is working the same thing as you, and a lot of people want to learn the skills that you have and they're willing to pay for it. So take whatever it is that you do in your 9 to 5, for 8 hours a day, every single day, and that is your skill because you're working on it for an absurd amount of time and people are willing to pay you for it. People are willing to pay for information in order to skip the learning curve and guarantee success. It's what I said earlier on. I can do it on my own, but first of all, it's going to take me way longer, and I'm also not guaranteed success because I've never done it in the past, so I'm just throwing shit at the wall to see what's going to stick. Some examples. This guy right here, he's good at playing the guitar. He has courses on YouTube. He's making about 10, 15K a month. So nothing crazy, but he's built a course around how to get better at playing the guitar. He has free content on YouTube. That's where he built his personal brand. And then if you go to his description, he has a course where he's selling it for $99. You join it, it's a school community, and it's more in depth. There's like a one weekly group call a week where he reviews videos of you playing the guitar, and he's making a decent amount of money with it. Jeff Nippard, he's a different example. He's obviously really, really big, but his skill, his passion is fitness. He's helping people with exactly that, and he's learned how to monetize his brand by selling training programs, selling supplements, and sponsors, things like that. Fitness. If you're really in really good shape, you can monetize that skill. You probably know way more about fitness than the average person. I know fuck all about it. So if you know a lot about macros or nutrition plans, workout plans, if you're in really good shape, you can monetize that skill and make a good amount of money with it. Some other examples. This is crazy. This one right here is crazy. This woman right here is making about $150,000 every single month, helping other mothers be better stay-at-home mothers. She's posting videos on YouTube just like this. Mom hacks for a mom of 8. And these fucking YouTube videos are ridiculous. It's like shit like put a pillow on a table so your kid doesn't hit it. I thought that's common sense for everyone, but evidently fucking not. This woman, $150K a month, you gotta respect it. But a skill as simple as that can be monetized, so that should remove the thought in your head that you don't have a skill that you can monetize. Another guy, he is good in articulation and public speaking. He has like a really good fucking accent. This guy's British, I think. So he goes on YouTube and his personal brand is helping people get better with articulation. He's got free YouTube videos where there's like articulation exercises where it's like pataka, 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 to warm up your fucking mouth, some stupid shit like that. He's got tongue twisters on YouTube, and then he also has a course where he's helping people get really good at speaking, and it's a school community. I don't know how much he charges, but he's making a decent amount of money according to his YouTube. These are just a couple examples for me to give you, because the last thing I want you guys to say in the comments is, I don't have a skill I can monetize. I promise you, every single person watching this video has a skill they can monetize. They have some form of expertise. You just have to find it, because every single skill is monetizable. And you don't, as I said, you don't have to be a super expert. You just have to be a couple steps ahead of the average person. So that's step number 1. Find your monetizable skill. Ask yourself these questions right here. This, as I said, is an overview. Very soon there's going to be a video where I go very, very in depth about this. I give you like 100 examples, etc. So in the comments actually below, let me know exactly which step you struggle with the most once you watch the full video, and then I'll make a YouTube video for that step. Because for example, if everyone understands step 2, I'm not going to make a YouTube video about it. So by the end of the video, you should be clear on the majority of it, hopefully. But whatever you're unclear on or need more help with, let me know in the comments and I'll do a more in-depth video about it. Let's go into step number 2, building a brand. Let me be clear, we're building an intentional personal brand where we are not posting gay TikTok dances or daily vlogs or doing some stupid shit on Instagram and TikTok. That's the last thing I want to do. It's the last thing you want to do. But you are your brand and you have to put yourself out there. You need content that directly attracts your ideal customer. Now keep in mind, you cannot go on to step 2 unless you know what step 1 is, because once you find what skill it is that you're monetizing, that's going to tell you who your target audience is. And once you know who your target audience is, only then can you make content to attract them. Because obviously right now you can go on TikTok and just start talking about random shit. One day you post a video with some trending sound, or about some hot topic, or about some celebrity, or about some myth. But that's not, it might attract views, but it's not going to attract quality viewers. Because let me be clear, 1,000 good followers can easily make you $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month. And as I said earlier, it's the quality of the views, it's the quality of the followers that matters, not the quantity. I know guys who have less than 3,000 subscribers on YouTube and they're making $100,000 a month with those subscribers. And I know people on TikTok who have a personal brand, they have 3 million followers on TikTok and they can barely make 5K a month because they're not good quality followers that are willing to buy a digital product. So make sure anytime you post content, your content is made to attract your ideal customer, whoever that is. Now, let me talk about the importance of a personal brand, because this does all the heavy lifting for you. In the past, I had no personal brand. I was doing cold emails, cold DMs, and I was running paid ads, and I was doing 10x the amount of work I'm doing right now, and it was 10 times harder to sign a client compared to right now, because the personal brand does all the heavy lifting. The personal brand on its own allows people to like you, know you, and trust you. And those are the 3 things that you absolutely need for someone to pay you money. When I cold DM someone, they have no idea who I am. So building a personal brand changes the whole dynamic. In the past, when I was running my agency and doing those cold DMs, I was chasing clients. And now with my personal brand, clients are chasing me, to the point where in the past I would DM someone and the question would be from on their side is, why should I choose you? They would ask me, I'm getting 100 DMs a day, why should I pay you? And I had to go sit there and handle that objection. Right now, it's the opposite. People come to me and I'm telling them, I only have 5 slots left right now this month. Why should I choose you? I don't want to talk too much about my mentorship right now, but I do have a one-on-one mentorship where I'm helping people do exactly this. It is one-on-one, so it is limited. That's not some bullshit scarcity or urgency. I don't really want to make a course where there's 1,000 students and I pay no attention to anyone. So I don't talk too much about that in my content. But if you do want to hear more info about it, DM me already on Instagram and we'll see if you're fit. And we'll see if we have a couple slots open. But anyway, importance of a personal brand. Imagine trying to go up to a complete stranger on the street and saying, you want to buy my $500 course? Obviously, no one's going to buy. Now imagine if Mr. Beast created a program on how to start a YouTube channel. Everyone buys. Imagine if Sam Sulek created a program on how to get in amazing shape. Everyone buys, because they already have built a following that knows them, likes them, and trusts them. And they're selling something that they're an expert at. Mr. Beast, if he was teaching you how to get in great shape, not a lot of people will buy that because he's not in great shape. But he's a fucking expert at growing his YouTube channel, and that's exactly why people are gonna buy that thing. There are kids out there who are teaching you how to make money online, yet they've never made money online. There are fitness coaches out there teaching you how to get a 6-pack, yet they're fucking fat. Always make sure whatever you're selling, the transformation you're selling, you personally have gone through that transformation yourself. You see the difference, right? Now, you also don't need to be famous for this either. This is what most people get wrong. You can get clients with less than 400 followers on all social media accounts. You do not need to have thousands and thousands of followers. You literally need 5 to 10 clients if you're selling a high-ticket program to make 5 to 10K a month. Less followers but higher quality always beats more followers, less quality. I promise you that. I have over 150,000 followers on Instagram, I think. Out of that, only 20,000 are high quality followers. Don't let the numbers fool you. I know guys with 3 million followers, as I said, who are making less than 5K a month. And I know guys who I look up to, who I take advice from, who literally have 3,000 followers and they're making 100K a month with their channel. Best followers are on YouTube and on Instagram. YouTube gets you the highest quality leads, the highest quality followers, because people watch long form content and it's just way easier for them to build rapport with you. Same with Instagram. They see your stories on a daily basis. They see your posts on a daily basis. And then worst followers are TikTok and Facebook. On TikTok, it's a lot of just 15-year-old guys who are some brain rot kids who are just scrolling and scrolling. They see your post, they might follow you, but even if they follow you, they're not going to see your posts every day, because that's just how the TikTok algorithm works. But TikTok is the absolute best to grow your audience, because you can easily go viral. Now with Instagram Reels, Instagram is also getting up there, but TikTok is way better. And the best funnel to use is use TikTok to attract followers. You then qualify with your YouTube and your Instagram content. The funnel I use right now is TikTok and Instagram short form to attract viewers. Then I send them to my YouTube to watch some long form content, and then back to my Instagram to have a conversation and to see if they want to buy my program. And that's literally it. You have to build an audience and a community so people can know you, like you, and trust you. You need those 3 things for someone to buy from you. If people know you and they like you, they're not going to buy from you, because they have to trust you and they have to see you as an expert in that field. So the videos I'm posting, for example, on YouTube, These are not crazy amount of views. 2.2k views, 55k because I boosted and I paid a lot of money to get these views because I was running ads, and every single person that would DM me a keyword on Instagram, I would send to this video. But organically, this video got like 3,000 views. And they're all very, very specific. I'm not talking about how to make 10k a month with an online business. I'm very, very specific about what it is I teach in that video. How one Instagram reel made me 21,000 in 7 days. How I make 44k a month from one digital asset. It's very, very specific. And the people who click on this video, maybe not a lot of them will click on it, but the people who click on it will watch the full video because they're actually interested in what I have to say. Simple as that. You don't need to get a lot of views. You need to get high quality views. And these videos are not even highly edited. It's literally a video of me. It starts like this, and then I go into a Miro, a flow chart just like this one. I have videos on my YouTube where it's literally just a phone, me sitting down, and I'm speaking to a microphone and just yambling on and just yapping. You can do the exact same thing as long as you know what you're talking about. They don't get a lot of views, but I promise you, if someone watches that full video of me just sitting down on a chair talking to a microphone, that person is 100% going to buy from me because they stuck around for a 10, 12-minute video with no special effects, no animations, no retention tactics, just literally an organic quality video of me speaking directly from the heart. And as I said, the funnel I use is TikTok to get views. I send it to my YouTube to watch long form videos, and so I can build rapport with them, and then I send them back to my Instagram so I can convert them to a client. Simple as that. What I was talking about with the importance of a personal brand. Conor McGregor, I don't know what the fuck he's doing now. You guys probably saw the news and shit. But yeah, $500 million from Proper 12. He sold it for $500 million, I think. Mr. Beast, his companies are worth over $1 billion now. This is a bit old. Luke Belmar, even though he teaches you to trade crypto, he makes $10 million a month from his crypto group. He charges people to join his crypto group, where he then sends crypto trades, but he makes way more from the group than his actual trades. Iman Gadzhi, he used to teach you SMA, but he made $100 million from his SMA course. Then he realized courses is where the money's made, and he now teaches that. So that's step 2. For content, as I said, this is more of an overview, but let me just get into the types of content. You always want to make sure you use the GAP framework. GAP framework is growth, authority, personal content. You need those 3 types of content if you want to, number 1, grow, but if you also want to grow with quality followers that are willing to buy from you. Growth content. Growth content is just videos that are made to go viral. They can be about trending topics, pop culture, relevant names in your niche to drive reach. You might even be controversial just to attract views. That's all growth content is there for. If you go on my Instagram, you will immediately know which posts of mine are growth content. Normally I'm controversial, or I say some bullshit, or I make some big claim. They might get me 100, 200, 300,000 views. They're not really high quality views. The people who watch that video are definitely not gonna pay me. They are just there to attract viewers who then follow me. And those people who are following me now are more likely to see my authority and my personal content. It's like a whole tree that falls down. Authority content is number 2. You want to share tips, frameworks, wins, and even your case study client results to show to your audience that you're an authority figure in your niche and you know what you're talking about. If they don't think that you're an authority, they're never going to pay you. They're never going to buy your digital product. And number 3 is personal content. You want to share your journey, your opinions, and worldview so people can connect with you on a personal level. If they don't know you on a personal level, you don't want to be this fucking nonchalant bastard who just sits on his phone and provides value and shows to his followers that he's an expert in his niche. You also want to have a personal brand around it. You don't just want to be an expert. You also want to connect with your audience on a personal level, talk about your family, talk about your personal views about the sports you like. For example, I'm into UFC. Every time there's a big card on, I talk about that on my stories. I talk about that with my following, and I connect with a lot of the guys who have the same interests as me on a personal level, and they see me as a human, not as some kind of just random guy on the internet. They connect with me on a personal level. As I said, if you want to grow, focus on short form content, Reels, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts. These build trust faster than any cold DM, any funnel. Use short form to get views, use long form to nurture, and then use Instagram to convert to cash. Simple as that. Let's move on to step number 3, monetize and scale. As I said, we're here to get rich. We're not here to get famous. I don't care how many views you get. I care how much fucking money you make. So now it's time to convert. This is the easiest part as long as steps 1 and 2 are done correctly. If you've identified a good monetizable skill and you've built an intentional personal brand and attracted the right type of people, this is a fucking cakewalk. Once you have a following that knows you, likes you, and trusts you, all you gotta do is you have to pitch your offer and your audience is gonna jump on it like a pack of fucking wolves. And all an offer is a transformation for your audience from their current situation to their desired situation. If they're broke now, their desired situation is they want to be rich. If they're fat now, they want to be in shape. If they're shit at sales, they want to be good at sales. If they're shit in football, they're now good at football. You're taking them from current situation to desired situation, whatever that is, whatever skill it is you're selling. Now your digital product, like what you're actually going to be selling, can be any of the following. It can be a low ticket offer, like a $50 template, a guide, or a mini course, which is going to take you like an hour, 2 hours to make. And I'll make a video about that later on to show you how you can make a low ticket offer. It can also be a high ticket mentorship program for $500 or even $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, where it's more one-on-one access, weekly calls, and a more in-depth course. This is going to take you longer to create, but now with the AI I have, it takes you like a day to make a really good high ticket program. Or you can just do straight up one-on-one coaching with no course. It's literally just one-on-one calls, one-on-one access. For this, I don't recommend you charge anything less than $1,000 per client per month, because they have full access to you. It's going to be a fucking pain in the ass if you get 100 clients, because you're not really going to be able to take care of them. So you want to charge them more but get less clients. Those are the 3 types of digital products. So it's templates, guides, and mini courses for low ticket. Don't charge anything more than $100 for that. High ticket mentorship is $500 to $3,000, and then one-on-one coaching, if you want to do that, that's up to you how much you want to charge. A simple story call to action or a post call to action is all you need to generate conversations. It's as simple as I just opened up a mentorship where I'm helping people go from this to this. If you want to apply, DM me the word start. They DM you start, you use a simple chat setting script to get them on a call, and that's literally it. Simple as this is the easiest step. I don't even want to go too depth into this because your personal brand does all the heavy lifting. If you were doing cold DMs or some type of funnel or paid ads, this part, third part, the monetizing and scaling would be really hard. This would be the hardest step, but because we have step 1 and step 2 and you have a personal brand, it literally does all the heavy lifting for you. And if you did steps 1 and 2 correctly, people are literally throwing your wallets at you by the time you've launched your digital product. And just to give you some tips, you want to use ManyChat to convert your audience into leads automatically. So on your story, if you say DM me the word start for more info or to apply, on ManyChat you can have an automation. When anyone DMs you the word start, ManyChat can automatically ask like 2 to 3 questions like, yo, what's your goal with this? Or what do you struggle with? Why do you think you need my help? And then it does it automatically, so you don't have to be on your phone 24/7. I think I've got a screenshot of my automation right here. I don't want to talk too much about this because it's made me a shit ton of money. Take a screenshot. I even use voice messages. It's the real shit. Let me know if you guys want a video about that. I'll make one about that too. ManyChat to convert your audience into leads. A lead is someone who's pretty much in your inbox who has asked to, or he's shown interest to pay you. Then you want to use the basic setter script to guide DMs to a booked call. As I said, questions like, what's your goal? What do you struggle with? Is this a priority to you right now? Why do you think you need my help? Why do you think you're a fit for me? Those 5 questions is pretty much all you need to qualify that lead. Book them on a call. You can use Calendly to book qualified calls, especially with a personal brand. If you book 5 calls, I promise you, you're going to close at least 4 of them, even if you're shit at sales, because the personal brand, it just gives you so much authority to the point where you don't even need to be good at sales. When I was doing cold DMs and funnels and paid ads, my closing rate was at 30%. When I switched to personal brand and I started booking calls, my closing rate was like 95%. And the calls were like 10, 15 minutes. And the whole call I was saying, why do you think you're a good fit for me? I've got 20 other guys in my DMs and these guys were there selling themselves to me rather than the other way around. And I was selling a $3,000 program. But that's more for later on. And yeah, I was literally selling a program for $4 grand and I was getting split paid left and right. Either way, that's literally it. 3 simple, very, very simple steps. First, identify your monetizable skill. If you guys want, you can just in the comment section, once you start doing steps 1 and 2 and 3, in the comment section, comment down below what your skill is, what you found out. And when I have time, like every couple days, I'm going to go in there and tell you if that skill is actually good and it's monetizable, because I've been in this niche for about 2 or 3 years now. And I pretty much know every skill that's going to work out. And I know every skill that's not going to work out. Because for example, with video games, it's really hard to monetize that because most guys that want to get better at video games are 14, 15, 16-year-olds who have no cash to invest. If you currently work a sales job or an IT job and you're helping other people land a sales job or land an IT job, that's a really good fucking skill to monetize. You can charge a lot because it's worth a lot. Anything like IT tech related works really well. Anything sales related works really well. Anything make money online or just make money works really well. So in the comment section, let me know what skill it is that you're monetizing, and I'll tell you if it's good or not. Then build an intentional personal brand. I've got a bunch of videos on my YouTube where I talk more about the content. Like this one, for example, how one IG reel made me 21K. In this video, I go step by step into how I make viral content and how one video made me 21K. So if you want more info about how to, make viral content, check that out. And then monetize and scale, super fucking simple. One story call to action, and you're easily gonna make 2 or 3 grand from one story. Simple as that. Hopefully this video was actually valuable to you guys. I think we went through everything. 3 very, very simple steps, especially if you guys work a 9 to 5. It literally pisses me off when people have so much potential, but they don't even realize it yet. So hopefully this video opened up your eyes. I promise you, all you need for this is a phone, Wi-Fi, and an extra hour a day. If you guys have any questions, you got me on Instagram. I'll leave the link to my Instagram down below. As I said, if you do want to apply for my one-on-one mentorship so I can hold your hand every step along the way to do this, DM me the word ready on Instagram, and we'll see if you're fit, and I'll see you guys in the next one.